Hello, welcome to the Everyday Players podcast. Game week 35, another Meet the Playoff Managers special with your host, Chan, our brother, and playoff hopeful in the Helmets League, Ryan Chan.
Hello, everyone.
And another one of our playoff hopefuls probably is in Ben Thacker.
Now then, lads, you all right?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. How have you been anyway?
Not too bad, mate. Still a little bit pissed off about last week with the Man U game getting called off. Probably cost me the free week this week to sort my team out, but never mind, eh?
Well, that's it. You've got like 3 players for this week, haven't you? Triple Man United players.
Yeah, but then first week, the playoffs next week, I think I've got 6 players so far that are actually going to be playing. So the chances of actually doing anything, I might get in the playoffs, but the chances of doing anything in the playoffs is quite slim, I think.
Have you got any? Have you got any free transfers or anything like that? Or
I've got one free transfer, and I've also got my bench boost. So what I might try and do is offset the cost of the transfers with a bench boost, but don't think I'm going to be in a good position to get a good squad out, really.
I mean, that's what I was going to ask you a little bit later on, because you've got 6 players blanking next week, even if you win. So you've got 3 Man U and less than Chelsea players as well.
Yeah,
that cover that. Yeah, I'll show it here. So what are you thinking of your chances for that?
Well, I'm going to need one of them game weeks where it's just big players don't do anything, and then maybe like someone like Souček might get a goal or something like that. Or, I think Bamford as well. I think they play Burnley as well, Leeds, so there's opportunity for points there. But I'm going to have to look to try and get rid of the Man U players and maybe look at a team like Spurs or something like that. But it's not looking great, to be fair.
So you mentioned Spurs then. Who are you thinking? Like Son, Bale, or just Kane?
I'll probably have to triple up, I think, and go Son, Bale and Kane, which is a bit of a risk, but it's probably my only chance, I think. And equally, the value of my team, the players I'll be getting rid of, like Fernandes and Greenwood, they're probably, like Iheanacho, people like that, they're probably the only alternatives that are worth about the same amount of money. So
I think they're quite popular ones this week, aren't they, Spurs? I think a lot of people are doing this sort of Bruno to Son change. I've just had a look then. I think, Son's the 3rd most transferred in. And then quite a lot of Leeds players as well. As you say, Bamford and Dallas are the 1st and 2nd most transferred in, with decent game next week, and then for the next 2 weeks after that as well. So I think a lot of people will be doing similar thing.
This is why I really could have done with qualifying last week. So obviously Dave Rawson triple captained against me as well, which was quite annoying. And I think I probably would have beat him if the Man U game wasn't called off, and then I could have had this week to start my team. But it is what it is. I might scrape a 22 point to 20 win next week or something if it all goes wrong.
I mean, from my point of view, being in, it's kind of made me a bit like lackadaisical this week, where I've not attacked it with Man U, and I've got quite a low score, to be honest. I'm only on like 39.
Yeah,
I took -16, so 54, which is like very poor. I think I must be like 3 or 4 million like in the world for this game week. So
I suppose obviously with you already being qualified for the playoffs, you probably just want to focus on next week, really.
Yeah,
the problem that I've got.
That's the main thing, but it looks bad. Do you know what I mean? Going in, I know it's a bit of a dead rubber.
Especially as a podcast host, mate, you can't be getting 39 points when there's a
took -16, and I don't know if I'm like dead happy about it now, but
that's a normal week for you, isn't it? -16.
Yeah. Oh, it is. I've taken like last 6 weeks, I've taken -46. 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has. Just quickly go through, I'll just show, this is where the current position where you're at anyway. So there's you on 85 against Adam on 62.
Yeah.
So
dangerous
23
opponent,
points. I'm just going to have a look. I'll show his team as well. So his team is on here. So there you go, 62 is on at the moment. What might happen though, obviously, if James Rodriguez doesn't play, Azpilicueta will come in 69, 85, 69, 16 points. Still confident you're going to win?
Yeah, I think what's probably going to swing it for me is obviously he captained, I think, is it Diaz? He captained on there. Yeah, so I think based on that, I think I will probably just edge it. But you'd look at the table and think like, oh, it's quite a comfortable win. So I'm not sure how often Adam updates his team, but I looked at his team and I think half his team have like double and triple game weeks. So I was a bit nervous actually.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think what he's got from there, he's got 6 players left. Obviously, potentially 7 if Azpilicueta gets in. Key ones there, I'm guessing. He's got Michael Keane, Everton defence. I don't think you've got that.
No.
Andy Robertson, Liverpool defence. Have you got Trent?
No, I've Salah and Jota, and then Greenwood and Fernandes are the 4 players in that game for me.
Right, okay. So, yeah, you've got all 4 Liverpool, Man U and Liverpool midfielders, don't you?
Yeah, so it'll be 0-0 that. It'll be an absolute no contest.
I think that's what you're... I guess you don't want, do you? You just want someone to do something, whether it's Jota, Greenwood, Bruno or Salah.
Well, you
goals.
think both penalty takers as well, Fernandes and Salah, and Liverpool really need to win, so I do think Salah might get a few points, but we shall see.
Yeah, no, definitely. And just regarding, chips and things like that then. What's your chip strategy? Have you got much more or?
So I've only I triple captained the other week against Tony just because I knew he was going to do it against me. But I've still got my bench boost left. So obviously with half my team not playing next week, I'm just going to use my bench boost, I think, try and get a decent squad, see how many points I end up with. But it's probably a good time to play me if you're in the playoffs next week. Probably be the easiest opponent, I think.
Yeah, I think I take it seriously, you know. I've started doing the spreadsheet of what chips everyone's got in both leagues. Yeah. Highlighted, coloured.
It's the right thing to do, though, isn't it? Because then you can sort of like look at who you want to play, then, don't you? And I'm just looking at the table. I suppose, I don't know, could you 2 play against each other? Is it a possibility, do you think?
What if it goes like first v 38? Yeah. I think it could be actually, because I think I'm going to finish 3rd. I don't think I'm going to beat Harry Aikenhead this week. I could. There's a possibility I could go 4th, but I think Steve Lee will lose as well because I think he's taken minus. So if it does go in that 3rd verse, because I think you'll be in, to be honest, Ben.
I'm quietly confident. Like I say, if I just get a couple of points in that United game, then I should be all right.
Yeah, well, that's it. I think you should win, but I think everyone else is winning as well.
Yeah, they are actually. Yeah.
But I think you're in a healthy position, 16 points cushion against Adam there. Obviously, he's used as captain.
Yeah.
Not too many big hitters in there. On a scale of, what would you rate your odds then not to win from this position?
Not get the playoffs, or?
From this position, yeah.
I'd say I'm probably 75% getting the playoffs from here, and then probably about 5% progressing in the next round of the playoffs based on the state of my team at the moment.
To be honest, I think I would quite like to play. Yeah, I think having 6 players not playing, that's an advantage to anyone who plays you, I think.
But it's how you can handle the pressure, mate, because then all the pressure's on you to beat me, and you might have. And you'd never live that down either.
No, I don't think I would live it down, to be honest.
We'd have to an old rivalry there, I think.
Yeah, I think so. but he's another one of our guests anyway. Ryan Ainsley couldn't be here today, but here he is, Danny Cannon. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Hi, Danny.
All right.
Yeah, not bad.
How's it going anyway, Cannon? Confident?
Yeah, well, nervous. I use my triple captain, wanted to keep it for the finals, but need to make sure I get another playoffs at least.
Well, that's it. I mean, are you glad you used it in the end?
I probably could have saved it, but you never know. And I was against top of the league, so I thought I pretty much had to use it to get through.
Right. No, of course. I mean, look, I'll show something here. I just need to make sure I've got the right. Easy on. Right, here you go. So he's yours here, Cannon. 67. That's your team, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, triple captain. Bruno Fernandes there for 33. So you're on 63. He's Liam's team here on 54. So he's top anyway at the moment. But looking at your team, you've got Shaw the same, Salah the same, obviously Bruno the same, but you've got him triple captain. He's got him as nothing. So unless Reece James
I'm all right.
goes on an absolute mad one, where he probably needs to score a hat-trick and keep a clean sheet, I think he's safe there.
Yeah.
But this is something very interesting, and obviously it's good to have you on, Danny and Ben. Obviously, this is what I've just worked out today, right? So
busy day, chap.
Well, well, he's highlighted all the big games here. So there's Ben there at the top. Obviously, Ryan Ainsley there. He's 15 ahead of Steve Clarkson. I think he should be in from what I worked out, but there is like the slight possibility. I think it's something like Chilwell and Mount Steve needs to like overtake him, but they've got the same captain, so could be done, but quite hard. But this is where it's interesting here, right? So Craig Errington there, he's going to win. He's on 84 points. Danny Cannon there, most likely is going to win unless Reece James does something. 63, 21 points that. And he's the league table here. So this is where it is. So Danny Cannon, 1962 and 1941 points, Craig Errington. 21 points exactly. So at the moment, if he's both win, it's going to be a tie between the both of you. So
that go on head to head, or?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Will
Honestly,
it go on head?
I think it goes in a virtual coin toss.
Coin toss.
I think it does.
Whoever wins that, then will win the playoffs, guaranteed.
Yeah, because I think that's what happens when it gets down to the playoffs, like quarters, semis, and finals, whatever. If it's a draw, it just goes down to virtual coin toss. So I think it might be the same for that, unless it's smart enough to go on head to head. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be shocking. I hope it doesn't come down to that, because if it just came down to like a flip of a coin, I think I'd be quite annoyed at that, to be honest.
Is it Ainsley won?
Well,
he's
easy up. Yeah, exactly. So he's on the lowest points. I'll show his, right? So this is where it's a bit interesting. So they're both bench boosted here. So he's Ainsley's team here. 78 minus 4 for 74. He has got Wan-Bissaka, Azpilicueta, Bruno's captain, Salah, Keenan Davis on the bench for a bench boost, and Leno. Jed Steer probably won't even play, and obviously Watkins got sent off. He's Steve's team there. So he's on 59 after he's taken minus 12. But he's only, like I was saying, they've got the same captain in Bruno, but he needs Mount and Chilwell to do something big. But then Ainsley's got Azpilicueta anyway, so any clean sheet or anything like that will probably get to as long as they both play, that is.
Yeah.
Chilwell might get an assist, like he loves an assist, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. But I think, to be honest, Cannon, probably just in your own hands, where you'll have to win, which I think you will.
So hopefully,
but it's going to come on. it's going to come on points. So, right. Now, let me find your team again and then Craig's. So, here's what I've got for you. So, there's your team again. And you have got 6 players left, I believe.
Yeah.
No, is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah, 6 left. He's Craig's team here. So he's got Rudiger, Digne, Greenwood, Salah's captain, Thacker. Obviously, Watkins misses out now, and Mendy. So looking at that team, he's got Salah's captain. You've got Salah anyway.
Yeah.
You've got Bruno triple captain. Are you worried? I'm going to ask you two as well, Ryan and Ben. Who do you think's in the stronger position there?
I think if you've got the triple captain, you're probably looking at a goal or something to win the game week, aren't you? Really?
Is it triple captain Bruno? Is it?
Triple captain Bruno for Danny Cannon.
Yeah, I think it could be quite big, that. Calvert-Lewin, Salah, Jota. I think
Cannon's got Salah as well, hasn't he? So
yeah,
in there's not pointless, but it's not as big as like a Bruno goal or something like that.
Yeah, I think Danny's just possibly.
Craig will
Well,
definitely
that's
win.
it. I think Craig will need at least a Salah goal.
How far
possibly
is
even
Ben?
more.
Can we catch Ben up? Or is he man's head as well?
I don't think so, because Ben was 40 points ahead of Craig, about that roughly. But then he's got 85, so he's even got one more point than Craig there, who's done well. And obviously, I don't think you'll catch him, Cannon, because he's had quite a big week this week.
Make me nervous now, mate.
Yeah. Imagine that though, like same points, 21 points, and it just came down to like flip of a coin.
I'd be gutted, mate. Absolutely gutted.
Not if you win.
Yeah. I've had reaction from Craig anyway. I told him about it. He's a bit negative. He's just saying, I think I'm going to miss out. I think we both have Salah. He's got Bruno triple captain. I'm going to need like Rudiger and Digne to score. Laughing face.
Could happen.
Got Mendy in goal as well against Arsenal, who can't score to save a life. So
yeah, you
well.
never know, but it's literally just going to be every point counts now.
Yeah.
No, that's fascinating.
It's actually quite an exciting finish, really.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking, because everyone was winning, it was just going to stay the same. But now, because of this, it's literally going to come down to goal difference. And I thought, I mean, Craig turned it round, I think, the last 2 weeks. Because I think he was miles behind, on points.
Quite a.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last week, what did he get? He got. Saying that, he only got 47 points. But I think someone else must have had a poor one.
Yeah, I got 21 points last week.
Yeah.
And
next week.
That must have been it. But anyway, Cannon, obviously, we just asked Ben a little bit about chips. Have you got any chips left? Got any plans for that?
I'm not telling you my game plan. I'm not telling you what I've got available. Like, no chance. I've got a bench boost left. That's it. And that's all I've got left.
Keeping that close to your chest then.
Yeah.
And then with your team, do you have many people missing next week? You've got a few Man U players in there, I see.
Yeah. Is it just Man U miss, or is it someone else?
That's Chelsea, I think.
Leicester, Chelsea, and Arsenal, but I think you've only got Sean Fernandez.
Yeah.
So I think you're okay.
Yeah. Planned it that way.
Yeah.
Better than Ben anyway.
Yeah, I mean, looking at your team again, actually. So, do you? I mean, it's easy to say in hindsight, but do you switch? You played like Bamford or Dallas now? Were you close to playing one of them?
Yeah, I almost dropped Diaz for Dallas, but bottled it in the end. If it comes down to that choice, I'm going to be gutted. But like literally until like half an hour before the deadline, I had Dallas in and put Diaz in the last minute.
Oh, sometimes I don't know about you. I do it, but I don't like changing my decision that late. Like I feel like if I just set it, I'm happy to live with that regret rather than.
And like I thought, like I was thinking either Diaz is going to play and they'll get a clean sheet, or he's going to rest him, so it doesn't matter anyway. So I just played him.
Yeah.
I think as well with Dallas, I always think I can't see Leeds maybe keeping a clean sheet, and I just sort of disregard the fact that he's probably going to score because he scores every week, I think.
Yeah. That's it. I think I thought Spurs will score. To be honest, if there wasn't a double or triple game week, I keep saying like I would have just played him, I think.
Yeah,
but
I would.
When people have 2 fixtures and 3, like I played Ward-Prowse and just because he had 2 fixtures and I kind of regret like playing him. Even Lingard, he only had 1. He's struggling a little bit of late. But no. Ryan, you got any questions for the guests?
Yeah. What would you class it as a successful season then if you get to the playoffs? I mean, are you looking to win it, do you think?
I think I'm just happy to make up the numbers at the moment. But if I somehow get through the first round, then I would like to win it. Yeah, but I can't see it myself, if I'm honest.
Yeah, Danny.
I started pretty badly, so I think it's like a miracle I managed to get the playoffs. I was proper unlucky in December, so I'm hoping I'll be able to use that luck in the finals and win it, but I'll probably will need quite a bit of luck to win.
I think as well, the people, like 2 lads at the top pretty much ran away with it, like they win every week and that, and I would feel a little bit guilty if someone who snuck in the top 8 on the last day actually won it. That's the way it is, isn't it?
The way it goes, shithousery.
Well, yeah, he's been top for 23 weeks. And at the end of the day, he knows the score. He knows the score that, you don't win the quarterfinal, semi-final, and the final. I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of hoping someone beats him. I think he's just been too strong, hasn't he? And
that was your worst fear as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was my worst fear that he was going to come in and just run away with it, and he did.
I just wish I was part of it, mate. Like, all this chat, what's going on? Like, a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking, as long as I'm involved, now I'm just, like, well out of it. It's just, like, I haven't even looked at that league, to be honest. I know that's been a bad podcast host, but I haven't even looked to see how I'm getting on until you've just showed that I'm winning by 5 just then. Even the status bonus last few games.
You've got quite a respectable points total, haven't you, though, compared to someone like not dig him out. Like, I don't think Ainsley's point total's that high, really.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've banged on about the Lords. I think I'm third highest point score, but I've just sort of like I've been on the bad end of some like close games and that, and just worked out for us. So.
Just stat padding against the lower teams, aren't you, Ryan?
The
league all over again.
You're like Lukaku, aren't you? Again,
fully.
Flat track fully.
The thing is, it's the other way around. Everyone at the bottom seems to perform like have the game of their lives against me, I think. But
yeah, like you were saying, I mean, Ainsley's only like 12th highest, I think, rank wise. Yeah. But obviously he's at the top, and he was a little bit in danger. If he lost this week, you, Danny, and Craig all won, he could have been out.
Yeah.
But I think he will get over the line. But I found it funny when Steve was like saying, "Oh, I really want Ainsley to win, but I've bench boosted you."
Yeah.
That, he took a -12 for him, I suppose.
I think the most I've played against people this year, the most I've took is like -4. I don't think I've been against anyone who's took higher than -4.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a question then for you, Cannon. Are you quite a risk taker? Like, do you take handicaps a lot, or?
Nah, I only take like a -4 if it's like a double game week, so I'm like guaranteed to get it back if they play both games. Otherwise, like I never take a negative.
Right. Okay.
Interesting.
No, that's fine. I mean, normally we do this like little inside the manager's mind, like sometimes when guests come on. So it's just interesting to find that out. I mean, do you go for quite safe players in, or do you like differentials, or?
So I go for like the standard premiums that everyone gets, like Fernandez, Kane, and like Salah, and then like I try and find like the proper weird side ones. Like I think I was like one of the first to get Cresswell in earlier in the season, and then I got rid of him once everyone got him. But then just like try and find like proper weird players. But I've been a bit safe, like because it's been like quite tight to the top, like to get into the top 8. I didn't want to take any risks and just wanted to like be like hitting the average points to make sure I get through.
Yeah, I mean,
like not
so
now.
Do you play? Because I used to play like a little bit of a cancelling out game, which was I used to just get their like best players. So
yeah, I do that.
yeah, do you do that, or do you make it an open
especially
game?
Like captain, so like, I'll look who like constantly captain throughout the weeks, and then like if I think I've got like the better differentials, I'll just stick the same captain and beat him like with like a clean sheet or something. But that's bit me in the past,
right.
like where I keep losing by like, a point here and a point there, instead of actually getting like Kane who scored a hat-trick as captain. But yeah.
I mean, are you like that, Ben?
I think the start of the season I used to be quite safe, and I wouldn't really take a minus, things like that. But I think I started to slip out. I was never really in the top 8, but I got in it, and I started to slip out again. And I thought, like, I might as well just go for it now because there's not that much to lose. So -4, like -8, isn't really that much if you get someone who scores, then you're all right, can you?
Yeah. And what are your thoughts then, like on premiums? Like 3 weeks left. Obviously, it's kind of head to head, but do you stay loyal to who you've had all year, or do you just go on best fixtures?
I think
best
my tactic at the start of the season was obviously like penalty takers, so like Fernandez, Salah, Kane. So I always think that's like quite easy. One of them is probably going to get a penalty every game week on average, you'd say. So I try and keep one of them in my team at least. And then I persevered with Foden until about Christmas, got rid of him, and then he started playing really well. I had Thacker at the start, but he got injured, I think, and I just got rid of him. Now I'm just in a bit of a mess, really.
What about you, Cannon? With premiums?
I think my premiums are probably like underperformed this season. So it's just the defense have done well. So, but I can't get rid of Salah because like I've had him in like everything since he signed for Liverpool. And then Fernandez, everyone has him, so I can't get rid of him, basically. And that's it, really.
Yeah, exactly. It is. I mean, do you have like an emotional attachment to Salah then? Like you just can't get rid of him, or?
I've got that with Kane because I always think like because you can just score a hat-trick one week and it'll piss you off if you transfer him out. The others are like Salah's been just sort of average, like scoring a goal here and there. So I'm not that bothered about him, but like Kane, it's like when he gets injured, it ruins my entire team because I build it around him. So
it's like me. I think I've got like an emotional attach to Salah now. I've said it to Matthew, I've mentioned it in the past, but whenever I take him out, he seems to like just score so well. So once he scored like 2, I think at West Ham, I was like, right, he's in the end of the season now. I'm just not taking him out. But I think for next season, I think I'm going to get it in my head that once I take him out, I'm just going to live with it. If he scores, he scores. But I just can't. Like, he just seems to do so well.
I heard a story about you anyway, where it just messed you up, didn't it, for the whole day? The dog Poppy was like coming to you, and you were like, staying away from you.
You know what? I think that's actually done good for me. Like now, I think because I was like that raging about it, I don't think I care about the game quite as much as like, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I was that bad that I just know it's just not worth it anymore. I'm not quite as emotional anymore now compared to back then.
You sound like a broken man there, Ryan, who's given up all hope on this season, really.
Yeah.
Palace at the moment.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive in the other game, but in the stand-up, it's just been like borrowed. You know, the past like 5
Yeah.
games, 4 games. I wasn't even bothered about how we're getting on, to be honest.
On the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm literally on the beach in a saddle. Yeah.
Park the bus. Yeah. Do you think some of it then on you, Ryan? Some of that frustration from last year. You got the final. I mean, you were beating everyone in front of you. Played Steve Clarkson. On paper, you thought, I fancy my chances. And then it just didn't go for you that day, did it?
I mean, that was it. Like, in the post-COVID, like, tournament, I blew everyone out the water. I think I must have won, 10 out of 11 or something. And obviously lost in the final. Lost by 1 point in the end, I think it was. And, I mean, it was like a bit of a fluke, to be fair. And I think before that game, I did think, you know what? I think I should win this. I'm hitting heavy scores. I'm only playing Steve, but he just seemed to like. He was the only person who beat me in the normal season, so he was my sort of nemesis. But I'm quite glad I got over it this season by beating him at least once, maybe twice. But
yeah,
I tripped one of them for the final. To be fair,
he had your numbers, didn't he, last year?
He did have a number last year, yeah. But I'm glad I've stopped that now anyway. He's been shit like me.
Yeah, but it's all right. I mean, he's got a trophy next to him.
Nah, he lost it, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's in the bus.
That's to be an automatic 30-point deduction that from next season.
It's like the old World Cup, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did you hear about that, Cannon?
No.
Steve Clarkson. He won the league last year. Got my trophy and everything. Presented it like at Max's garden, like all socially distanced and everything like that. And then obviously he had a few drinks on his way anyway. Yeah, you know what he's like. He stumbled and fell asleep in a bush and then just lost it and just that was it. I went looking for it like the next day, mate. Brought a search party, me, Helen, Max, Steve, all searching around Wolverhampton.
So
I don't know,
what
found it, mate.
But yeah, but in the end, obviously, I got him another trophy. It was a better looking trophy, to be honest. So I bet he's got 2, Jamie.
Yeah.
Will it be going to you this season, though, Jan? How do you rate your chances?
Oh, maybe like an 8. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I fancy it. I want to kind of avoid like maybe Liam Taylor guy at the top. Maybe Swalesy. I don't know what it is about him. I've got like a bit of a fear for him.
Big point scoring in Swalesy some weeks, I think. Like if I had to want to break 100 points, I'd say he'd probably break 100 points. Like,
well, yeah. He's overtook me now in Steve's league, just the classic league. I'd been topping it for 4 weeks. He's overtook me by like 3 points now because of this minus 16.
Yeah.
Is there any money involved in that one?
No.
Oh well.
Just pure pride. That's the real pride league.
I'd be fuming right now if there was.
But no, I'd be disappointed maybe if I didn't get the final. I think.
Yeah. Would you want to place like in the next round?
I don't know. I don't know if it goes into first V8s, second V7s, etc. But any used to, if you don't have your chips, I said maybe Ben. He needs to make 6 transfers next week because they don't play.
Whoever I play, the pressure's totally off me. So it's like a free hit, really. I'm just like that team who goes to the World Cup every year and they're in like a group with Belgium, Italy, and France or something. They just turn up, make the numbers up, they have a good time, and then they go on.
That's it. Right. Yeah. Just before, obviously, we'll wrap this up anyway. A quick minute ago. Ben, where are you going to finish? Are you going to be through this week in the playoffs, do you think?
I think I'll get through, and then I think I'll get beat by about 30 points in the next round.
30, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you like England? Are you like the England under Sven? Get the quarters.
Get through the groups, and then just pack up and go home after that.
Right, and then you, Cannon.
If I
first, are you going to get in? How confident?
I think I'll get through just. I didn't realise it was that tight, to be honest with Craig. And then I think unless I'm playing Liam, I think I'll get through the next round and then go out.
Right. Okay. Well, anyway, gentlemen, great to have you on. Best of luck anyway for the rest of this game week. And obviously, best of luck for the rest of the season.
Aye.
But don't beat me.
Cheers for having us
See you
on.
later.
See you later.
Cheers.
Bye.
See you lads.
Bye.